Lesson 30.
Repeat.
Maybe. Certain. Uncertain. Certainty. Percent. Idea.
Explanation.
When we know something is 100% correct, we are certain of it. For example, I'm absolutely certain that if you study, you can become good at speaking English. The opposite of certain is uncertain. For example, I'm uncertain if it will rain tomorrow. I don't know 100% if it will rain or not. Another way of saying this is, maybe it'll rain tomorrow. We don't have 100% certainty.
Questions.
Are you certain it will rain tomorrow? Are you certain it will rain tomorrow? No, I'm not certain it will rain tomorrow. I'm uncertain it will rain tomorrow. Can we be certain we will live for another 30 years? Can we be certain we will live for another 30 years? No, we can't be certain we will live for another 30 years. Do you believe that maybe something great will happen to you this year? Do you believe that maybe something great will happen to you this year? Yes, I believe that maybe something great will happen to me this year. Do you think that maybe it's a good idea to eat less if we have a stomachache? Do you think that maybe it's a good idea to eat less if we have a stomachache? Yes, I believe that maybe it's a good idea to eat less if we have a stomachache.
Repeat.
About. Approximately. Exactly.
Explanation.
Another meaning of the word about is approximately. For example, I arrive from work at about 6 o'clock. Not exactly at 6 o'clock, but maybe a little before or a little after that time.
Questions.
What's another meaning of the word about? What's another meaning of the word about? Another meaning of the word about is approximately. About how many people are there in Brazil? About how many people are there in Brazil? There are about 200 million people in Brazil. About how many hours do people work a day? About how many hours do people work a day? People work about 8 hours a day. Does about mean exactly? Does about mean exactly? No, about doesn't mean exactly, it means approximately.
Repeat.
Did.
Explanation.
Did is the past of do.
Questions.
What's the past of do? What's the past of do? The past of do is did. What's the past of do you eat? What's the past of do you eat? The past of do you eat is did you eat.
Repeat.
Worked. Talked. Went.
Explanation.
The past of work is worked. The past of talk is talked. And the past of go is went.
Questions.
What's the past of go? What's the past of go? The past of go is went. Did he work a lot today? Did he work a lot today? Yes, he worked a lot today. Did she talk on the phone this morning? Did she talk on the phone this morning? Yes, she talked on the phone this morning.
Repeat.
Was. Were.
Explanation.
Today I am here. Tomorrow I will be here. And yesterday I was here.
Questions.
Was I here yesterday? Was I here yesterday? Yes, you were here yesterday. Were you here last month? Were you here last month? Yes, I was here last month. What's the past of he is and she is? What's the past of he is and she is? The past of he is and she is he was and she was. What's the past of it is? What's the past of it is? The past of it is it was. What's the past of we are? What's the past of we are? The past of we are is we were. What's the past of they are? What's the past of they are? The past of they are is they were.
Repeat.
2 weeks ago. In 2 weeks' time.
Explanation.
If today is the 14th of December, 2 weeks ago was the 1st of December. In 2 weeks' time, it will be the 28th of December.
Questions.
Were you here 3 minutes ago? Were you here 3 minutes ago? Yes, I was here 3 minutes ago. Will you be here in 2 minutes' time? Will you be here in 2 minutes' time? Yes, I'll be here in 2 minutes' time. Will we be studying in 2 weeks' time? Will we be studying in 2 weeks' time? Yes, we will be studying in 2 weeks' time.
Repeat.
Was not. Were not. Wasn't. Weren't.
Explanation.
The negative of was is was not, and the contraction is wasn't. The negative of were is were not, and the contraction is weren't.
Questions.
What's the negative of was? What's the negative of was? The negative of was is was not. What's the contraction of was not? What's the contraction of was not? The contraction of was not is wasn't. What's the negative of were? What's the negative of were? The negative of were is were not. What's the contraction of were not? What's the contraction of were not? The contraction of were not is weren't.